Harry and Meghan lost their 14th member of staff. The Sussex's head of audio at Archewell, hired to produce Markle's Spotify podcast Archetypes, has quit after just 18 months. But her apparent resignation is the latest in a string of departures in 2022 and 14 in the past 4 years. The hot gossip as of late that's been going around nowadays is that Meghan and Harry are not doing so well with money. The real reason why Meghan and Harry's staff keep quitting, exposing SMG, alleges that they don't pay their staff and they're drowning in debt. At House in a Bit on Instagram shared some tea about this. Taking to her Instagram story, she said, "New word on the street from a source close to the situation is that Harry and Meghan's latest nanny, employed approximately August to October, quit because they refused to pay the overtime hours she worked during that period. It was probably when they left their kids at home in California for weeks to go to the UK. They expected the nanny to work around the clock for almost a month and with no notice." In his book, Harry's admitted that he and Meghan bullied their staff to tears, and then blaming Prince William because he listened to the staff. The Duke of Sussex addressed the bullying allegations against Meghan and acknowledged more than once a staff member slumped across their desk and wept. Meghan was accused of bullying 2 PAs out of the royal household in an internal email sent by Jason North, then Kensington Palace Communications Secretary. Buckingham Palace was under pressure to lift confidentiality agreements on former staff so they can counter claims made by Harry and Meghan in the Netflix series. Members of the Sussex's now defunct household are said to be seething with rage over the 6-part documentary. The couple have been shown claiming they had no protection from the palace and that aides actively leaked and planted stories against them as part of a dirty game. Now several former employees, to be known as the Sussex Survivors Club, have said they either want Buckingham Palace to respond in full to Harry and Meghan's outrageous claims, or the opportunity to do so themselves. That would mean the royal household lifting the non-disclosure agreements they were forced to sign before either quitting or losing their jobs when the Sussexes walked away as working royals. One source said, "People are getting utterly fed up of having to listen to them, spouting these claims with their hands tied behind their backs. They want the opportunity to correct them. And if the palace isn't going to do that because it's so concerned about exacerbating this war of attrition with the Duke and Duchess, or because, as we're told, they feel it's wrong for them to speak for former staff, then let them do it themselves. They have plenty to say." The former palace employee claimed to the Times that Markle often calls upon journalist Omid Scobie to convey her side of the story. They always use vague terms, the truth, my truth, but nothing concrete is said, they told the newspaper. While all palace staffers signed strict confidentiality agreements in order to work there, the former worker claimed to the Times that Markle is pushing buttons, alleging that she's hoping they break NDAs. She knows we can't financially protect ourselves by going to court, so she keeps pushing. It's all a game for her, and she's loving it, they said. "I've certainly chosen to remain silent out of respect for the crown, but if they keep attacking us and our characters, reputation, etc., we need to feel that we're equally supported by the royal family."